stakeholders in the education industry to do more. And let me talk about three I's. One, inclusion we heard quite a bit about. Second is impact, outcomes. And third would be innovation that we were speaking about. And underlying all of this is the element of security. Let me talk about these three in a little bit again. Um, the point about inclusion is clearly about on the disability, on different abilities to learn, but also language. We talked about the fact that access to content, but again, let's look at the way learning is happening. It's not going to be about somebody comes to school and then learns, or college and then learns. It is going to be about lifelong learning. Because we know of studies that are saying that skills that will be needed 10 years from today have not even been invented yet. So the way you're going to have people ready for those job markets, you are going to have lifelong learning. So I think the inclusion part in my mind is not as much about the campus, it's central on the student, on the learner, wherever the learner might be. The second point about impact, that is the ability to help teachers, ability to help education administrators to drive outcomes. And there is much happening. We spoke about the students' ability to learn a particular skill. Now, haptic feedback with augmented reality is an interesting example of being able to learn surgery without actually having access to samples. Similarly, if you think about, there are many things happening in terms of using just QR codes to learn experiment, physics concepts, Newton's law, and various things in augmented reality. So many of those things are the way technology is able to be in the hands of people to drive better learning outcomes. The third is innovation. Look, at the end of the day, as a country, if we are going to become the IT capital of the world, or the center for innovation for multiple organizations around the world, and our own economy becoming more and more technology driven, we will have to drive innovation. And that means people not just students not just learning what they learn, but how to learn, how to think, how to solve problems. The last thing on security, which I will speak just a little bit about, is look, if you're going to have campuses that are without a physical boundary, people anywhere, your perimeter of where you need to secure changes. And therefore, your ability to think about keeping information secure, whether it is personal data, whether it is people's health data, or even intellectual property of R&D institutions as they are developing new thinking, it needs to think about security in a very different way, not as an afterthought. So to me, those three I's and being underpinned by cybersecurity becomes a standard way in which I would think about technology as an enabler for education.
Excellent, thank you so much. As you rightly mentioned,